Hello everyone, welcome to our virtual open event this evening for business and travel and tourism. My name is Tracy Marshall and I'm the head of travel and tourism at West Suffolk College. We're just going to spend a little bit of time this evening talking through the courses that we offer and giving the opportunity to ask any questions. Please do take the opportunity to use the chat function. We're really keen to be able to support you with this open event. We have some students who've come along with us as well this evening who can also tell you what it's like to be a student here at West Suffolk College. So I'm going to pass over now to Paula, and Paula is going to talk to you about the Level 1 course that we offer here at West Suffolk College. Welcome, Paula.
Good evening, everybody. So my name is Paula Gardner and I'm course director for the Foundation in Business and Service Industries course, which is a one-year full-time programme and at Level 1. So it covers a range of topics, including how to work as a team, researching various topics, creating websites, designing mood boards and many more. You'll have the opportunity to take part in an NCS programme within college, which is a great way for young people to build some confidence. You'll also continue to study your maths and English so that you can improve those grades, hopefully to put you in a position where you can then progress from me onto a Level 2 course or a Level 1 technical programme in whichever industry it is that you're interested in. Assessments are done by written coursework, role play practical activities, various artwork and projects, some outdoor activities as well. Topics covered give a generic outlook on a variety of subjects that you can progress onto in the following year. Each unit lends itself to a different area within the college. You'll have taster days within the college in different departments so that you can have a feel for other environments. So you spend some time in the hairdressing and the beauty salons if you wanted to. You might spend some time in the kitchen or the animal centre. Taking part in community projects is an opportunity for you to do something really positive. Currently our students are pen pals with elderly residents of a local care home. So that's really good. That's putting something back into the community. And we want you to develop some character strengths which will enable you to be better prepared in the future. So confidence, where you can work with other people, optimism as you continue to develop your maths and English skills, and resilience while you're working really hard to achieve the entry requirements for your next course. Within the course, we try to, wherever possible, to embed enrichment and fun activities. So in the past, we've had guest speakers come in, we've had team building days, we've had NCS come in and run a 2-day activity programme, and we've been on trips such as to Banham Zoo and various other places. My job as your course director is to help you develop character strengths to help you move forward onto the course that you want to do next year and to help you achieve your end goal, whether that be an apprenticeship or another course within the college. I do ensure that all of my students have an amazing college experience, and I'd encourage you to help you reach your goals. So if you do not achieve the results that you needed to do to go on to the course that you wanted to do next year, then this will be the course for you. There is also an opportunity if anybody isn't in education at the moment. I have a version of my course that starts this month, so please feel free to ask any questions about that if that might apply to you. Thank you, and I'm passing over to Zoe Pateman.
Hi, I'm the Level 2 course director for business. Similarly to Level 1, this is a one-year full-time course. You do also have the opportunity to retake your maths and English if that is needed, and we embed that into your timetable for you. Some of the core modules that we cover within this unit are things like customer services, developing teams in business, business online, promoting a brand, visual merchandise, enterprise and business. And we do also have 2 exam units within this course, which is marketing and finance. Not to be put off by the exams at all. I actually see this as a real development in the course, and I think it's an absolute bonus that you work on your examination technique continuously through this course and hopefully on progression to Level 3 and then university. It's a fantastic skill to continue working on after your GCSEs. Other ways you're assessed will be through assignments, presentations, visual displays. The students have had a chance to create a website and also to design a promotional campaign for a product of their choice. We also have work experience within this course, where we ask you to complete a week's worth of work experience out in the industry of your choice, and this gives you first-hand experience of what it's like to work in the business industry, and we have fantastic support from the work experience and work placement officers that you'll have the opportunity to meet if you join this course. Progression from here would be predominantly level 3 business, although any other level 3 course at college of your choice, an apprenticeship if you want to get into work, and it will also help you to develop the skills, knowledge and understanding to progress into any business role if you wish to stop education up this year. In terms of enrichment, we've had some guest speakers this year. Unfortunately, with what's been going on, we haven't had many trips, but the idea and the aim is that we would go to Thorpe Park and we would have a marketing talk there, and that we'd have some team building days as well. So if you are interested in an action-packed course that helps you get ready for the workplace with some really good work experience and trips and enrichment, and to act as a stepping stone onto your next route, then this is the course for you. And my job is to support you, to raise your aspirations and to help you get to your next destination. Thank you. I'm not sure who I pass on to, sorry.
Fantastic, thank you. So now we're passing over to Ian Mackley, who's going to talk about level 2 travel and tourism.
Okay, thank you, Tracy, and good evening all. Well, for some of our students, their journey may begin here at West Suffolk College, studying the level 2 extended certificate in travel and tourism, for which I'm the course director for. And this is a 1-year full-time course. It covers a wide range of subjects, giving students a broad overview of what the travel and tourism industry has to offer, including UK and international destinations, visitor attractions, promotion and sales, customer service, employment opportunities within travel and tourism, the cruise industry, travel agency operations, and organising a travel and tourism study visit, along with many more units. Incorporated into the course are a number of trips and visits to attractions such as Thorpe Park and Colchester Zoo, amongst others. Over 80% of the course is assessed through coursework, and students are continuously assessed throughout the year. And some of this coursework includes map work, presentations, written assignments such as reports, and practical activities, one of which includes creating a promotional campaign for a travel and tourism organisation. There are also 2 exams which students sit in January. This particular course acts as a stepping stone to our level 3 course in travel and tourism, and that is a 2-year course. Alternatively, students may progress to an apprenticeship within the industry. The course also prepares students for the workplace by instilling those all-important character strengths such as resilience, optimism, confidence, and ambition. Students will also have the opportunity to undertake work experience to get that all-important first-hand experience of what it's like to work in travel and tourism. Your journey may begin here. The question is, where will it take you? The possibilities are endless, and my job is to help you to progress and to enable you to reach your future goals. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic. So now moving over to Judy Shannon, who will talk about level 3 travel and tourism. Welcome, Judy.
Thanks, Tracy. Good evening. My name's Judy Shannon. I'm the course director for level 3. I will just apologise. I've got issues with my camera this evening, so if it goes a bit funny, that will be why. But hopefully you can hear me okay. So I'm the course director for the Level 3 Extended Diploma. It's a 2-year programme and covers a range of topics. So the topics that we cover over the 2 years include the job role of working overseas. We look at customer service, global destinations, specialist tourism. We look at the events industry, tourism enterprises, and UK as a destination. Within the second year of the programme, you have the opportunity to also study NCFE Level 2 cabin crew alongside your qualification, which is a really popular course, and it allows students to have sort of an insight into cabin crew as a job role going forward. The topics give a broad overview of the whole sector, and what's really good about the Level 3 programme is that if you just have a general interest in tourism but you don't know specifically what you'd like to do, the course really does help shape your future aspirations and hopefully does provide you with a clearer vision for the future. In terms of assessment, it takes many forms, so we have a large proportion of the course that is coursework assessed, and that includes written work, it includes role play, map work, and we do have on our new qualification this year the incorporation of 2 exams. As previously said, these exams are not something to worry about or panic about. They're actually really good sort of practical based exams which allow us to develop our understanding further of particular global destinations, incorporate some research, and then take that research into an exam scenario. Within the course, wherever possible, we try to embed as much enrichment as possible, and as previously said, we have had less this year with the restrictions with COVID, but in terms of the trips that we have been on in the past, we've been to visitor attractions such as Fort Park, Colchester Zoo, London Dungeons, had hoped to go to Harry Potter World this year. We do also go on overseas trips, and what we really sell ourselves on is the fact that we offer 2 overseas trips. So both in year 1 and in year 2, you'll have the opportunity for an overseas residential. In the past, these trips have been to Barcelona and Paris, and more recently, unfortunately cancelled, but more recently Poland and Sorrento. We also have been involved in team building days, which have seen the students really sort of demonstrate character strengths, again, in terms of teamwork, resilience, and taking ownership, but also building confidence. We, in the past, have had lots of contact with employers, guest speakers, travel agents, etc. And we also really proud of the fact that we keep in touch with our students, and we do have returning students that come in and talk about their time on the course and what they're doing now. In terms of work placement, we offer a 1-week work placement in both year 1 and year 2. And again, we really try to link students with local employers, but also encourage students to find their own work placements, and really use this as an opportunity to get involved and think about the sorts of things that they might be interested in the future. In terms of your course, we are wanting to provide you with the knowledge and experience and the connections that you need in order to go on to your next steps, whether that's into full-time work in the industry or going on to higher education at university. We get you ready for this by building and developing your character strengths over the course, and particularly with regards to confidence, resilience, and ensuring that you're ambitious and optimistic about the future. My job is to provide you with excellent teaching, help you achieve your end goal, whether that be an apprenticeship, full-time work, or onto university. I have high aspirations of all of my students. I'm passionate about you reaching your goals. So if you have a love for the travel and tourism industry and want to be challenged and realise your true potential, then travel and tourism could be the course for you.
Thank you, Judy. Catherine, I'm just wondering if you want to add anything about the amazing trips that we do with our cabin crew students. Is there anything you'd like to add to that? Catherine, I think you just need to unmute yourself at the moment.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay,
thank you.
Apologies. Yes, that's lovely to hear that cabin crew actually is going forward. Unfortunately, this year we weren't able to go to Virgin Atlantic Airlines, which we usually do a full day of training, and we have the real taste of what a cabin crew does, which includes first aid, food hygiene, emergency training, decompression, survival techniques, security, airport codes, capitals around the world, all things that you need to know, restricted articles, dangerous goods on board, special needs, passports. It's an endless course. Even though it's called cabin crew, we actually cover a vast amount of information for you to be able to go forward to, if you're not cabin crew, you can join anything within the airline industry and obviously get your travel, which is free. Yeah, we also get you lined up also for the interview that you may actually need to develop for your position in the airlines. This year, as I said, sadly, we weren't able to get to Virgin Airlines. We also do Stansted Airport and Titan Airlines, which also give you another insight of what actually goes behind the scenes of an airline and an airport industry. So should that be for you, yes, this is the course for you. And sign up and find out what else we can do within the cabin crew industry. Thank you, and I'll pass you on to, I'm sorry, I'm not sure who, but thank you.
Yeah, so we're moving over to Mike, and Mike's going to speak to us about level 3 business. Thank you, Mike.
Yep, I just need to make sure I unmute myself. So there you go. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm one of the course directors for Business Level 3. So similarly to all the other courses that you've listened to, we do offer a variety of units, so 6 units that you would complete in your first year. These are exploring business, developing a marketing campaign, managing an event, customer services, and the English legal system. Once you've completed your first year here at the college, we will be able to progress on to the second year. You can specialise in a particular pathway, which includes finance, marketing, law, or just general business. We assess students in a variety of ways. So we do role plays, exams, and assignments, and we're really big on developing the eight key character strengths and supporting you to achieve your full potential and making sure that we support you in the next steps of your life. We're also really big on offering enrichment and have done trips in the past to Disney, the Supreme Court, Colchester Zoo, and many more. And this year, lockdown hasn't stopped us. We've had guest speakers who've joined us virtually, which have included Cheddar Zor and Alex George, both from Love Island, and Lem Cisse, who is a famous poet and wrote the national poem for the London Olympics, as well as having Rio Frederica and Tanya Lee Davis. We've also done team building activities in the past to Greenlight Trust and Thetford Forest, and all students do undertake a 1-week work experience placement at within an industry of their choice, and this helps to provide you with a real insight into that particular industry. Our passion and enjoyment comes from working with each of you and supporting you to achieve your goals, whilst ensuring that we help you to build connections, gain your qualifications, and develop those key character strengths. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my brief statement, and from everybody on Level 3, Year 1 and Year 2, we look forward to welcoming you on to West Suffolk College and beginning your journey with us. Thanks.
Perfect, thank you, Mike. So we're lucky to have a couple of students with us this evening. We've got Tilly. Tilly, I wonder if you could just tell me, what has your experience been of being at college and as a travel and tourism student?
I've personally really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot from my course. It opens up a lot of doors for me because I'm really interested in the travel industry anyway, and I've just really enjoyed having to look into hotel management, entertainment side. You have a look at it all. It's really good. Excellent,
brilliant. Thank you for that. And apologies, was it Roxana? Do we have Roxana here? Elia, could you tell us what it's been like to be a student on our Foundation to Business and Travel course with Paula?
Yeah, not getting maths and English I was wondering what's going to happen in the next step, but I feel like it's been really good because we've done loads of different trips, loads of teamwork building, and it's just been really interesting as a whole.
Excellent, thank you. And what's your plan next year, Elia? What are you hoping to do?
I would like to go to level 2 business.
Excellent, lovely, that's really good to hear. Okay, so we've got lots of questions that are coming in on the chat. If you forgive me, I'm going to start with the first one because I think it's something I'm really passionate about. So one of the questions is, what is the difference if we're going to think about coming to do a level 3 course in either business or travel and tourism, and our progression is into university? Why would we come to college as opposed to doing A levels? So I think the answer to that question is we are really absolutely passionate about having a live project attached to every single unit that we do. Mike has touched on the fact that we have lots and lots of outside speakers that come in to work with us, and we really are incredibly passionate about that. We have past students that come back in and share their experience of moving out into industry, and we've worked with a really wide range of different employers. This year, lockdown has actually opened new opportunities for us because employers have met with us virtually and they haven't needed to travel. So the list of speakers that we've had has been unlimited, really, and we've worked with people from Willis in Ipswich, we've worked with Treat in Bury St Edmunds. We have had a talk with somebody that is responsible for making nanobots, and we had the opportunity to really see how the students that travel, that study both business and travel, can go forward with developing their own opportunities of setting up their own business. We had a competition for our students for LinkedIn, and a student won an iPad. And those students also are going to have the opportunity to go on and mentor somebody from Stowmarket who runs their own business and have the opportunity to see how they'd like to shape theirs. So I think that's really what we do differently to A levels, that we are absolutely passionate about linking our students with employers and giving the opportunity for them to really follow their dreams. And all the teachers on this screen are absolutely passionate about that. That's the reason we come to work. So that's the answer to that question. We've also got a question, which, Mike, I'm just going to pass to you. So can students come straight to level 3, or do they need to have achieved a level 2 before they come to the college?
Yeah, so in terms of joining level 3 business, we do have two options. So there's a foundation diploma, which you're required to have at least four GCSEs, including maths and English. However, if you have got the 4 GCSEs, but you've not quite achieved your maths or English, you can join what's known as the extended certificate, which means that you will have to retake maths or English alongside your level 3 qualification. However, if you've not achieved 4 GCSEs and you've only got 3, then you would have to start on a level 2. I hope I've answered that correctly.
Yeah, perfect. That's excellent. Great. Okay. And then Zoe, this is one that I'm hoping that you can answer. Students are saying that we've got some students that are interested in law and some students that are interested in finance. Can you talk about any opportunities for them if they want to come onto a business course?
If you were to come on to level 2, then definitely finance. Unfortunately, at the moment, not so much law. However, if we're using level 2 as your stepping stone onto level 3, then I believe that one of the pathways in level 3 will be law. That will give you a fantastic understanding of some of the key law units in which you would actually study at university if you did your LLB law exams. So that will set you up in a really good stead ahead of others if you do wish to go onto a law pathway. I also have one of my level 2 students this year who has nearly secured himself a place and work experience within a solicitors in Bury, because that's his aspiration, to go on and do level 3 business and then the law pathway and then university. So I hope that answers your question. Also, there's an accountants and finance pathway where you can undertake an LIBF exam, which is in personal finance. So there's lots and lots of opportunities there to develop your skills in both those areas.
Excellent, brilliant. Okay, Paula, and then there's a question for you. A student's asked about NCS. What does NCS stand for? Paula, just you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, sorry. So that's National Citizen Service. They run short programs predominantly in team building. So they take students and they will camp for either a long weekend or a Monday to Friday, and during that space of time the students or the young people will have to cook for themselves. They'll have to make sure that the campsite is all kept clean and tidy, and they'll do this on a rota, and it's all about bringing groups of people together and making sure that everybody plays their part in looking after one another. So it's a big teaching responsibility to young people, but also they do various activities such as the zip wire, high ropes, low ropes. They do a search and rescue at night, so that students have to go out in the middle of the night with a map to find an injured person, which is normally me, and I've had makeup all done and I'll be laying under a tree with broken limbs, and they then have to build a raft to carry me across the lake. But it's all about working together, and they'll be tired because it's the middle of the night and they'll be hungry, but it's all about testing the resilience of students. So again, you know, like everybody's saying, it's about building their character strengths for the future.
Perfect. And then Judy, a question for you. So after the lockdown, how many days attendance would you expect a student? How many days would you expect them to be in college?
Okay, so I think the answer probably applies to most courses. We operate a 3 days in college and 2 days study from home. So it is a full-time course, the Level 3 Tourism Diploma. And it does require, because there's that element of coursework, home study on your 2 days that you're not timetabled in. So it is 3 full days in college.
Brilliant. And Judy, there's another question from a student asking, can they progress to university from a travel and tourism level 3 course?
Yeah, and what's really interesting about that is we have level 3 students who chose travel and tourism because they have an interest in the tourism industry, and many do go on to university continuing in that subject area, so things like international tourism management, events management, hotel management, etc. But equally, we have noticed an increase in students that study the level 3 tourism diploma, but then also go on to study other subjects at higher education. So I've had a student before who's gone on to do creative writing at university, and they actually then want to merge the two and become travel blogger or vlogger. We have students currently, Tilly, one of my students, who is going off to university to do something completely different. Is Tilly able to just come in and talk about what she's looking to do?
The uni course I'm interested in is communication and media. So you can kind of branch off a lot and off that, but also you can branch into travel still with that course. What I still quite like, so if I still want to go do travel when I'm older, I can still go into that section of it all.
Excellent, brilliant. That sounds really exciting. Well done, lovely. Okay, so our next question really is around the London Institute of Banking and Finance. So somebody said that they've noticed that that's an extra qualification which is on the website. So I'll just answer that question. Yes, we offer additional qualifications on 2 of our courses. London Institute of Banking and Finance is offered in year 1 at certificate level for level 3 business students, and in year 2 for the students who have really excelled with their finance and their certificate qualification, and they can move on to doing the diploma qualification in year 2. The additional qualification we offer in travel and tourism, as Catherine's talked about, is our cabin crew qualification. Both of those qualifications really make us stand out from other institutions because they're additional qualifications on top of your BTEC qualification, all of which help you to stand out when you move forward either to university or into the world of work in the future. So Mike, this is an interesting question. So somebody's noticed on our social media about the hackathon that we took part in last year. And I know that you played a massive part in the hackathon. Could you just give us like a little summary of what that was?
Yeah, sure. So it's quite interesting. So we got invited to a massive event in London, and the Secretary for Business, the MP Zawid Mohammed, I think his name is. I've got that completely wrong. But anyway, he turned up, and we were able to speak to him. But the idea around a hackathon is that you have to work as part of a team, and over 2 days you're given a problem, and you have to think about how you would solve this problem within a particular industry. Now, the industry that we were focusing on was a science-based industry, a STEM industry, but the business students really thrived on it because one, they got to network with like loads of different people from various industries and backgrounds. And two, they got to meet some really big companies, international companies. So E.ON was there, Shell, BP. As I said, the business secretary, the MP for the UK business secretary, he was there as well. So they got to rub shoulders with some quite large people. And then at the end of it, they had to do quite a large presentation, which was quite daunting, which I didn't realise that we had to do. But we had to do a large presentation in front of over 100 people, plus a panel of industry experts on how we were planning to solve this problem. I'm really pleased to announce, obviously, our students actually came first and won the event, and I came second. So I'm just going to chuck that out there as well because I came second. And we were really, I had spoken to Tracy about this, hoping to do it this year, but unfortunately, lockdown has meant that we can't do it. But it's an interesting opportunity for you to be able to problem solve and work on some of those key character strengths that we're developing, particularly self-control, because I know when I went to it, two of the members from my team, one of them actually stormed off because she got quite fed up and angry, and we had to talk to her about the character strengths and the importance of self-control. And then, you know, she came back and it really helped her, and she's been able to thrive from that at her university course with us here at West Suffolk College. So it's a really good opportunity.
Thank you. And Zoe, I wonder if you can help me with this one. So we've got in the chat that somebody's talked about how business has changed, and particularly in retail, how it's moved to online as opposed to obviously just going into the shops. Can you talk a little bit about how you have modelled that in your course at level 2?
Yeah, of course. So we do a whole unit on business online. And COVID and obviously lockdowns and what's happened has given us some really hands-on real life issues that we're all facing that we can look at. And what I did was I actually got a local business to record a podcast for us. It's about half an hour long on the issues and struggles that they've had with lockdown. And it's called Nicholas Sexton. It was a boutique store shoewear store in Bury St Edmunds, which is now solely based online. And what they found is through the use of having an online presence, they've managed to save their business. What we've done within that unit is really tailored that whole unit to look at the paramount and the importance of having that online business. And actually then we get you to create your own website and look at the operational risks that are associated with being online, to give you a real understanding of, one, the importance of being online, and two, the opportunities that it can open up for business. Because I would argue that any business sort of nowadays that hasn't got a website is missing a bit of a trick. So we look at that in quite a lot of detail, and the students, I don't think maybe thought they were going to enjoy it at the start, but after a while when they started creating their website and getting a bit more hands-on, they really started to flourish. And we got some brilliant websites, and some have actually implemented that into parents' businesses, and they've helped family out with their skills and knowledge. So it's really successful and really interesting.
So brilliant. Judy, we've got a student that's asking about what they can do if they want to be a holiday representative. How can they explore that?
So we on the level 2 and the level 3 courses, we run units connected to the work of overseas travel. I've had lots of students in the past that have actually finished their 2-year qualification and then gone off to become holiday reps. I had one student 8 years ago go off to Thailand. She's never come back. She's still a holiday rep there now, and absolutely loves it. So I think what the course does provide an opportunity with is to actually cover all those different types of job roles, and working overseas as a holiday rep is one that we do particularly focus on in year 1.
Perfect, brilliant. And then Mike, we've got a question, this one's for business. So we've got a student talking about wanting to go on to be an accountant. How can doing the business course help them to progress into accountancy in the future?
Yeah, sure. So as we mentioned earlier, there's particularly for anybody who's interested in accountancy. So we offer 2 additional qualifications, which is core maths and the LIBF qualification. So we can support you to gain these extra qualifications, and as well as doing special events like Global Enterprise Week, when we get loads of different businesses and industries, particularly we get a few accountants and law firms that come in. We can support you to build those connections and gain some work experience, which can then tailor the decision of whether you decide to go to university or try and get yourself an apprenticeship or maybe a full-time job after you've finished with us. I hope I've answered that well for that student.
Perfect, excellent, brilliant. Okay, so just having a little look to see what we've missed. Okay, so Ian, this is a question for you. So we've got a student that hasn't, they think that they're unlikely to pass their English and maths. Can you just tell them about what grades they'd need to have to progress onto level 2 travel and tourism?
Okay, so a typical level 2 student will be coming from school with a range of grades, sort of in the main sort of 3s. So a student that is coming to us at West Suffolk College with a range of 3s in various subjects, that would certainly put them in good stead to cope with the demands of a level 2 course. And they would also have the opportunity to continue to develop their maths and English during their time on level 2. And some students are even given the opportunity to retake their GCSE maths and English in November as well. So that's an opportunity that is certainly open to some of our students that excel, certainly in the first sort of half term.
Brilliant, excellent. Tilly, this is a question around homework. So students are saying, how much homework would they typically do in a week?
To that, it's not actually that bad because it's quite spread out and you've got a long period of time to do them in. So I personally don't think there's actually too much if you think about it, because you've got like weeks to do it in and you can break it up. So I personally don't think there's not that much if you lay it out right.
Brilliant, excellent, fantastic. Okay, so then we've just got a question about do we have any specialist routes or any specialist opportunities to develop in marketing? I think that might be a question for you, Mike. Can you help us with that? So we've got someone that's interested in moving into marketing. Zoe might be able to join in on this one as well, actually.
Yeah, sure. So on level 3 business officer, in year 2 you can specialize in a marketing pathway, but in the year 1 unit 2 developing a marketing campaign, we can certainly work with you to do that. And it also ties in quite well to managing an event, the unit called managing an event, where you actually have to run an event and think about how you're going to market it and raise awareness for it and the purpose behind it. And we do try and get some outside speakers to support with the event as well. So I know in year 2 they've worked with the Lively crew, who've really supported the year 2 student with their marketing campaign, and it's really excited them and spurred them on to go into various industries. I don't know if Zoe wants to add anything else from level 2's perspective.
Yeah, from level 2 we have our first exam unit is marketing, and they sat that last week. Yeah, they sat that last week. And they all came out absolutely buzzing. They all came out telling me they'd got merits, which was quite nice to hear. So if you're passionate about marketing, taking an exam in it is one of the best ways to do it, because your kind of potential can really shine through that exam. And we also do promoting a brand unit in level 2, where you can create your own campaign, which students have really enjoyed. It's quite a fun, hands-on unit. And again, it just prepares you for level 3 and continuing marketing. And the pathway is excellent. I undertook my teacher training shadowing the course director for marketing, and she is fantastic. The lessons are so practical, so engaging, and the level of employer engagement is fantastic. So yeah, I'm a key marketing, very, very passionate about marketing, and I think what we do here with marketing is very good.
Excellent. And then this is a question for Judy and Ian. So it's saying, in the future, I would like to work as an entertainment supervisor on cruise lines. Is the travel and tourism course what they would need to do to take the first step towards this?
Okay, so for level 2 and level 3, there is an element of cruise built in within the course. So level 2, there's an actual cruise unit. And for level 3, although there's not a standalone cruise unit, we do embed cruise and cruise line work within the unit 1, looking at the sector as a whole. Equally, on the qualification we've just done that Tilly's been part of, we have run an entertainment unit. There isn't an entertainment unit as such on the new course. However, we are building in an events unit, which would see you being able to put on an event, and has, there's a lot of crossover in terms of skill set. We also run customer service, which again sort of covers a lot of what we would do within the cruise unit that they run on level 2. So in short, I would say it does give an overview of the whole sector, and certainly does help to point you in that right direction. We do also have links with Fred Olsen as well, and have had them as guest speakers in the past. So in terms of work experience opportunities, there's certainly opportunities within the cruise industry.
Thank you, Judy. So we are coming towards our end. So this is our last question, but I would just like to say that we will take the opportunity to answer questions in the chat. So please do carry on posting those so that we can reply to you. Sorry that the time seems to have gone incredibly quickly. This one really is for both, again, as a business question. So it's saying, with business studies, what jobs are there with business? And this particular person wants to work in a bank or become a comprehensive school teacher with business studies. So I guess the question is could our course help them to progress into those 2 areas? And also, what other areas can you progress to from business?
I will answer your one on becoming a business studies teacher, if that's okay. So I started level 3 business, gosh, quite a few years ago now. I then went on to my degree. I started teaching at business at level 2 at college in my last year of my degree. I did my teacher training last year, and now I course direct level 2. So yeah, you can absolutely become a business studies teacher by doing this course.
I'll just add to that. So prior to me doing my teacher training and joining the world of education, so I spent a number of years working in the hospitality industry. So I worked for 4 years at Ipswich Town Football Club, and I did a number of different jobs in retail, and I spent 2 years working for one of the leading physiotherapy and rehabilitation companies as an admin. And all of that was supported by me having my business qualification and my business degree. So I absolutely think having a business qualification opens up so many more potential opportunities for you. Your only limit is really what your imagination is and where you see yourself going. So absolutely, this course will take you wherever you want to go. It's just how hard are you willing to work to get there.
And it's very recognised. Sorry, the course is recognised. So if you wanted to apply for a university course that wasn't linked to business, you could do that as well. But within business, yeah, the world's your oyster. There's so many jobs you can go into, and we'd be here all night if we started to list them.
So on that note, guys, I think we'll finish now. I just want to thank all of those of you, my teachers and my students, for coming along to the presentation tonight. For all those of you that have come along to watch and listen to our chat today, we are really passionate about what we do, and if you'd like to have any more information, please do take the opportunity to contact us through the website. We're always willing to help, and we look forward to receiving your applications and meeting you for an interview in the very near future. Thank you.